On election night, I was like so overwhelmed with emotion, namely rage.
Like maybe all the small things that have been going on around us just wasn't enough to wake people up to the real big issues.
The value system of this gentleman is just off the wall.
I've been totally depressed and in disbelief and outrage since November 8th. And when they announced the march, I thought, wow, I'm going.
I've never marched before, but I did the March from Westlake, the March Against Hate, and a couple others since the election, and it just made me feel so good and so strong and so connected to humanity.
It's my first march, and I know at least 3 women who from co-workers of mine that this is their first march, and they're getting out there with their daughters, and they're like, you know, it's basically women have united. I don't know what to expect, but I mean, when a bunch of women get together, I mean, what can really be bad? You know?
When Donald Trump came out during the campaign and said that people of Islamic faith would need to be registered, it reminded me totally of when my dad was in World War II and his whole family was interned during the war just for being Japanese American. They lost their businesses, they lost their homes. It was crazy. It was a terrible wrong to do to a group of people.
I'm a retired nurse. I'm concerned that if we take away the health care that we have now, poor families, they're going to just be out. And then, of course, Planned Parenthood. I mean, that's a no-brainer. It's not about abortions, it's about health, women's health.
I work at an international school. My children go to an international school, and a lot of the Hispanic families, like, they had voiced their opinions. They were scared. It was also, you know, very worrisome to me, the whole comment that he made, like, about grabbing women's private areas. Because later on, you know, I witnessed like men like making it like a joke. Well, if my president can do it, then then I should be able to do it too. And I'm just like, oh no, I'd like to see you try. I don't want my sons to catch wind of stuff like that. Like, of course, if my president can do it.
Together, we have all these statements, and I don't think that dilutes the message. I think that like makes it even stronger, because it's like, these are all the reasons we're here. Like, we're here for the rights of people of color. We're here because we're powerful queer people. We're here because we're women who won't stand for the denigration of other women. We're here because we don't like Trump making fun of the media. Like, I don't know, I think the more reasons, the better.
We can stand up and say, no, this is not what we want. And I think in my doing that, my grandkids are going to say, Grandma did it. And they will see that there are, you know, people out there that are not afraid. I've got a life behind me. I've got a lot of wisdom, a lot of life experiences. I just feel like I'm more powerful now than I would have been at 23.
And I feel like in my 30s, you know, I'm more like caring about what's going on in the world versus like being in my 20s, like, oh yeah, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. I can't affect anything. I don't really have that attitude anymore.
I mean, a lot of women, like myself, are like kind of stirred out of our complacency. I'm just one little person. How can I change anything? But at age 72, tomorrow, tomorrow's my birthday, I will become an activist. At least I have something that I really feel strongly about.